Hello there, this is Retro Spirits Gaiden, and this is Sin and Punishment, Successor of the Skies on the Nintendo Wii, being played via back compat on the Wii U. This is a into-the-screen 3D shooter, where you control a little character who runs around the screen, and flies around the screen actually, a bit like Space Harrier. Gets put into rooms with enemies, and has to clear the enemies out of those rooms before they can run on to the next, or fly to the next room, using their reticule to lock on or shoot enemies with a non-lock-on version of their gun. It's kind of that simple. You have an evade move, because the enemy bullets come back at you 20-fold, and it's a sequel to a well-loved N64 game, and the N64 game is one of my favourite N64 games. I love the original version of this game. I enjoyed a hell of a lot. And we're adjusting display things here for no real reason. My Wii pointer has a lizard on it. Don't know why. This version, however, on the Wii, I could never get into. Something about it left me completely cold. It might be the aesthetic. It could be the difficulty, because I find this game more difficult than the original. Yeah, I don't like the graphics much. I mean, they're more impressive, I suppose, in a lot of ways than the original N64 version. I just don't find them as appealing. Obviously the frame rate's much better. But yeah, this game is fairly cheap to pick up second hand. And if you like into-the-screen shooters, you might, and you've only got a Wii, you might want to try it out. I've seen it for as little as like £3. I'm not going to say it's not worth £3. It's, I mean, what else can you buy for £3 these days? A copy of the Beano. What else can you buy? A multi-pack of Walker's crisps. It's got to be worth. It's got to be worth that, hasn't it? I seem to have fallen through a planet's surface here. That's unfortunate for me. So yeah, when it's that cheap, it's hard to say it's not worth the money. But I paid over £30 when this came out. I bought this when it was first released, having loved the original N64 version so much. And I hated this. I just didn't get on with the gameplay, the situations the game put you in. I didn't like the Wiimote controls. They're not horrific. It just put me off the game. And like I said, I didn't like the aesthetic as much as the first game. I don't know. It just looks too clean and a bit too PlayStation 2 for me. Whereas the original was a bit more vague. So, because it didn't have as much detail, you could kind of interpret it any way you wished. Whereas this game, it's kind of all spelled out for you, but it's spelled out with kind of crappy textures, so I don't like it as much. And it's a bit like, you know, I mean, look at this screen. This screen is basically just it's white with a slight hue of brown and blue to it. Not that visually interesting. Whereas the first game, it was super saturated and just a bit more pleasing, really, to look at, I guess. Even though the frame rate was, well, it was not bad. It was sort of 30-ish frames a second. And the game keeps doing this thing where it keeps telling you how to play it when you first play it, which was annoying. So I probably only got to about the third level in this before I gave up with this back in the day. And having played it again for this review, I don't think I will play it ever again. Which is a bit damning, really, isn't it? But watch the rest of the video, and you decide whether it's a game that you feel like you'd like to play. But bear in mind, you're using motion controls here. So I'm pointing with the Wiimote, where I want to shoot. And I'm using the nunchuck to control my character on the screen, and they can fly at any point. So if you press up on the controller, your character will just take off. Like I say, it's a bit like Space Harrier, but just crappier some way. It's difficult to put my finger on it why I don't like it as much as just say like Panzer Dragoon, because it's a very similar game to Space Harrier or Panzer Dragoon. It's just unpleasant. It's unpleasantly difficult. Like shit like that is annoying. Like it throws you into that before you've even really learned the controls. And like I say, it's just unappealing aesthetics. Although if you like what you're looking at here, you can ignore that piece of criticism. If you think the visuals look groovy, that's fine. Each to their own. I mean, everybody's got their own tastes. But what I would say is I would pick to play Panzer Dragoon on the Sega Saturn over this any day of the week. And that's a really crusty old game with a shit frame rate. So, dunno. Just not for me, I guess. Alright then, Trez's games are fairly divisive, and there's a lot of them I love, there's a lot of them I don't love, and this falls into the latter category, along with Silhouette Mirage for me. Just does nothing for me. Alright then, watch the rest of the video, make your own mind up, and I'll catch you later. It's alright.
I think that's the last of them. Let's get going. This thing must be on the fritz! I'm lucky to be alive. Uh-oh, where's Kachi? Kachi? Kachi! Kachi, you okay?
Of course. Good as new.
Okay then, where are we? Some kind of underground city.
Hope I'm not interrupting. Hand over the girl. Act swiftly, and I may just spare your life. Foolish boy. You truly intend to challenge us? Hand her over or die. Your choice.
Fine, take her.
Good boy. You've made a wise choice. Peel away that mask and reveal your true nature, monster.
Take this!
Yes. Flee. Running is nothing but an exercise in futility.
Who was that guy?
One of the soldiers sent after you.
What do we do now?
Now we run like our lives depend on it. Because they do. God. Great, we've got keepers on us too! in here!
Leaving so soon? There's no escape from the nebulas.